YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Swain, and I am back with another video, man. Appreciate you all for liking, subscribing to the channel, man. I really do. I know I've been away for some time, but hey, look, it's been about 2 months, bro, but I am back with all the game that is going to help you all become better men. Now, question that I have been getting, that I have been meaning to do a video on, and I just haven't really had the time, but should you live with your significant other? Should men move in with women today? Should I get married and move in with my girlfriend? Or my girlfriend has been pressuring me to move in. Fellas, if you want your relationship to last, and hear me fucking good when I say this, this video will be very, very beneficial, and it may open up your eyes to a whole new way of thinking that you are probably not used to. If you want your relationship to last for long-term purposes, guys, do not live with the woman you love. Statistics prove that less than 20% of relationships where the man and woman are living together, it's less than 20% of these couples are actually happily together, whether it be married or blissfully attracted to each other. Less than 20%. Women typically stop having a burning desire for men that they live with. You want to know why? Because one of the key components to keeping a woman invested and attracted to you for long periods of time is mystique, and also not being very accessible to her. Whether you believe it or not, women like to chase. This is the reason why when a woman makes the first move on you, the relationship typically lasts 10 times longer than it would have lasted if you were to approach her, because women like to chase. They like men who they typically like more than he likes her, although they won't admit it, but they like to chase guys and be with guys who she views as better than her. Once you marry a woman and you live with her and she starts to get used to you, she sees you every day, she wakes up with you every day, she knows everything about you, she knows when you take your first shit in the morning, she quickly stops desiring you because there is no mystique there. And this is often why a lot of married women or women who live with their boyfriends have work boyfriends at the workplace, because guess what, guys? Once she figures you out, once she knows everything about you, the chase is kind of up. She's no longer interested. She's no longer intrigued. And now the guy at work, who she only knows at work, starts to become more interesting, because now she wants to know his lifestyle. She wants to know what he does outside of work. And I'm telling you all, whether you believe it or not, a lot of women have work boyfriends. They have work husbands that their husbands or boyfriends don't even fucking know about. And I am telling you this is true. Want to know why? Because I've been to work boyfriend plenty of fucking times, and I am telling you that they will kiss you in the mouth, get dropped off by you, and get their fucking guts dug out by the guy at work, and you will never know what's been happening for years. Now, here's another reason that you probably shouldn't move in with your girlfriend or the woman you love or dating. Simply because there's this process called beta-tization. Shout out to Rich Cooper. He has a YouTube channel called Entrepreneurs is Cars, or Rich Clips. I mean, his content is phenomenal. He's a much older guy, successful guy, and he really breaks game down on a whole different level. But what he talked about and his philosophy that I really started to adopt was the fact that when you live with women, they will put you through a process of beta-tization, meaning that she will turn you into a yes man. Now, listen up, fellas. Here's how she turns you into a yes man. Women typically, once you live with them and they get used to you, that's when the fussing and the nagging and the loud, conversations and the way she talks to you and the disrespect starts to set in, because now she's looking at you like, this guy's not really what I thought he was, and all this extra shit. And she starts to basically create stressful situations, and in order for you to keep the peace in the house, you start to go along with her bullshit just so you don't have to hear her mouth. Hence to where the term happy wife, happy life comes from. A lot of the times women will cause fuss and confusion in the household just to get you to become a yes man, right? And what this does is validates her, and it also keeps her having the upper hand in the relationship. Now, I'm gonna give you an example of how she does this. Let's just say you leave a dish in the sink and you come back home and, you know, the dish is in the sink, and she'll say, why didn't you put the dishes up? Or why did you leave the toilet seat up? Or I'm tired of this shit. And she starts getting all loud and fussy, and next thing you know, she's bossing you around, and you running around like, okay, babe, sorry, babe, okay, okay, I don't want you to fuss. Please, be quiet, babe. I'll make the bed up, please. Just shut up, I'll clean, and I want to fuck you. Like, you end up being this fucking yes man, and she's getting a kick out of the shit, bro. And I'm literally telling you what, I know you think this shit isn't true, but this is what happened. And women will eventually, over time, she will start to dictate the relationship, because men, we are creatures of peace. We want chilled environments. Just so she can shut the fuck up, you're going to start doing what she says. Another thing they do is this is a part of the beta tization process. They take you away from your hobbies and the things that kept you as an individual before you met her. Here's an example. You know, my parents were married for 33 years, still are married. And I can remember growing up, and my dad would play in these 35 and over, 40 and over basketball leagues. And this is something he did prior to meeting my mom, which I will advise all men to do. Find a hobby where there's a camaraderie of fellas, where a bunch of men are getting together and you are still in the presence of other men competing and sharing ideas, sharing thoughts and things like that, because it will help you continue to be on the process of growth and improving. But anyways, back to the story. My dad would often plead with my mom about, you know, babe, I don't mean to make you mad, but I'm going to play ball Saturday. And she would say, you didn't tell me you was going to play basketball. You didn't even let me know that. You ain't in the damn NBA shit. Why you going to play basketball? All the shit need to be done around here. And over time, my dad was asking in a way for permission to go, not because he was a bitch or not because he was beta. This was his way of keeping the peace. But what my mom was doing was beta-tizing him, and he didn't even know it. I didn't even know it until, I grew up and got older and started to realize that that's not how the dynamics of men and women should be. But she would raise fuss. She would get loud and boisterous, and then eventually he would not go. There were so many times he'd be like, I wanted to go play ball and, such and such, but I'm not gonna go because your mama gonna be mad. Fellas, fuck your wife getting mad. Fuck your girl getting mad. If you live with her, bro, go do what it is that you like doing. Do what it is that keeps you an individual. In most cases, women won't like this, because let me tell you what happens, guys. Women will, the older they get, especially after they have kids, they gain weight. And throughout time, they become more and more insecure, especially if you are a guy who keeps yourself in shape. And my dad kept himself in shape. 6'3", muscular guy, was a firefighter, deep waves. Like, he was a handsome guy, still is, but very handsome when he was younger. And women were always after my father, bro. And what happens is, when women get older and they're with you, they become insecure. And what they will do is they will try to find ways to keep you in the house with them, keep you with them. They really won't want you to become a guy with more options, because they know that he can replace me easily. It's much more easy for a man to find a beautiful woman than it is for a woman to find a man who's willing to take care of her and marry her and take the pressures of the world off her shoulders. See, guys, women like to say they have options. No. That's not fucking true. What women have is men who want to fuck them. Options would be having a bunch of men or a plethora of men wanting to marry them and take care of them, which they don't. They have men who want to pump and dump. And in their mind, they like to try. Well, I think they know. You know what? Fuck it. They know that they don't have options. They just like to say that shit. They don't have options. They have men that just want to fuck them, right? But when they get older, guys, they realize this, and what they do is they try to diminish your light and your growth. And studies actually prove that men who are single have higher testosterone than men who actually are cohabitating with women, because we were naturally not designed like that. Women have way too much access to men today, guys. They have too much access to us, and you don't even have the time to let your fucking ball swing. Back in the day, in the 1800s, men left the house to go fucking hunt for fucking weeks. They come back, they make sure the family is good, they bring a bunch of fucking meat back, and guess what the woman did? She shut the fuck up. In today's time, guys, women are too accessible. You are too accessible to your girl. She has your fucking Instagram. She got your phone password. You got to share your location. If you're away for a fucking hour, she's calling you. You know, if you don't answer your FaceTime, you're cheating on her. They're so fucking insecure and they have too much access, which is a recipe for disaster, guys. So I want you to also add to that list you living with her. And as men, we go out and we fight the world. We work out jobs, we hit the gym. If you take martial arts, you're at your dojo, you're working on your business. Last thing you want to do is come back home to a nagging ass woman. Guys, this is no way to live. This is why most men who are actually married or not happily married, they're fucking lying. We are not operating with women in the correct way. I've been saying this shit for years, but because guys are very plugged in and domesticated to society. And I did a video on the domesticated man. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. The domesticated man, if you are a guy who's not willing to walk away from your girl once she crosses those boundaries that you have set for her, you will live in chaos in these relationships. You will be a prisoner within your own relationship because she will use the fact that she beta-ties you and the fact that you're not strong enough to walk away to take the upper hand in the relationship. This is why you have so many relationships where women are wearing the pants, because you as a man aren't willing to walk away from a woman who crosses those boundaries. So in my opinion, with everything that I said being stated, if you want your relationships to last, fellas, do not move in with your girlfriend. I'm telling you, and I use this example all the time. Watch Batman. He didn't get his fucking ass whooped until he brought the bitch to the lair and Bane came through and fucked him up. In most cases, women today are not actually assets. They're fucking distractions. She's taking you off your purpose. Most men, when they get into relationships and they get married and they move in with their women, they are lesser versions of themselves than they were once before they became married. She will take your individuality away from you because in her mind, we're together. And this is your way of showing me that I'm different than all the other girls. Sacrifice things for me. Show me that you care. And what she will do is she will give you an ultimatum. And you would rather live in turmoil and you would rather live in complete uncomfortableness than to walk away from that woman, guys. This is what's going on. And I am literally letting you know that it is much better to be in control of your life and keep your mental space clear for you to continue to grow and improve as a man. Because listen, once she takes away the things that made you you and that she was attracted to before you, and you get in a relationship with her and you allow her to do that, she will lose attraction with you anyway. So you might as well just, set a boundary, and once she crosses it, you let her know that you're not going to tolerate it. If it were me, and divorce lawyers will actually advise you not to live with your significant other. Most divorce lawyers are not fucking married and living together. And but I will say that in my opinion, you can be married and not live in the same household. You can have children and all that. You all just take turns coming back and forth to each other's house. And sometimes, guys, you may like being in a feminine energy, because I know I don't mind going to a girl's house where it's all feminine and cozy and shit like that, but I don't want to be there forever. After that, I want to go back to my place and chill. This is why I advise men to get your own place. Do not move in with women. Do not move in with her, because she will begin to control you. And she will control you with creating environment where it is, unnecessarily boisterous and argumentative, and because as a man you don't want to deal with that shit, you really just want to have peace, you'll just eventually begin to just say yes to get her to shut the fuck up. And this starts to turn her off, guys. And before long, she's fucking her work boyfriend and she's giving you the divorce papers. But that's it for the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, fellas, peace.